Test, 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 test.
I don't hear nothing. Unless you use that one down there.
Test, test, test.
A little bit of a delay.
This time, Shanley would like to recognize the senior baseball players in the program. Number 21, Josh Beaver, son of Michael and Michelle Beaver. Josh will be attending the University of Jamestown and is undecided on what he will be studying. Number 15, Isaac Emineth, son of Russell and Michelle Emineth. Isaac will be attending NESU and studying business administration. Number 3, Sawyer Free, son of Jeremy and Tammy, and the late Heidi. Sawyer will be attending Dakota State University in Madison, South Dakota, and will study cyber operations. Number 4, Elias Harris, son of Brad and Laura Harris. Elias will be attending the University of Jamestown and will be studying criminal justice and history and playing baseball. Number 17, Avery House, son of Chris and Joan. Avery will attend UND and study finance. Student manager Jack Jager, son of Jason and Sandra Jager. Jack will be attending NESU and studying business management. Number 6, Luke Magnato, son of Andrew and Leanne. Luke will attend Arizona State and will study business management. Number 11, Jaden Orr, son of Russell and Marilyn. Jaden will attend UND and study commercial aviation. And number 16, Chase Thorstensen, son of Lauren and Amy. Chase will be attending NDSU and studying marketing. And a note from Coach Rusted. Coach Rusted would like to thank the seniors and their parents for their time and commitment to the Shanley baseball program these past 5 years. It's been his privilege to be your coach, and he wants to thank you for choosing this to be a part of your program. If you ever need anything from him, don't ever hesitate to ask. He owes you more than you know. Best of luck in college, and remember, you are always part of this team. Congratulations to our seniors, 2022 Shanley Deacons baseball team.
Just a test here to see if.
Once again, good evening and welcome to Jack Williams Stadium for tonight's EDC baseball. First of the visitors on the scoreboard, the Valley City Highliners. Leading off, playing shortstop, number 7, Ethan Miller. Batting second at third base, number 2, Gavin Gerhard. Batting third in right field, number 13, Braxton Jorson. Batting cleanup and on the mound, number 9, Broden Muskie. Batting fifth, doing the catching, number 8, Joe Cummings. Batting sixth at first base, number 15, Devin Thornton. Batting seventh in center field, number 5, Adam Bitts. Batting eighth at second base, number 6, Max Mayhus. And batting ninth in left field, number 10, Kai Kringley. Valley City is coached by Easton Hesch, Andrew Shawn, and head coach Seth Soderholm. Now your starting lineup for the home team on the scoreboard, the Shanley Deacons. Leading off, doing the catching, number 22, Sam Oshak. Batting second at first base, number 7, Adam Leininger. Batting third at shortstop, number 1, Tommy Simon. Batting fourth in center field, number 23, Jordan Leininger. Batting fifth, the DH, number 11, Jaden Ort. Batting sixth at second base, number 2, Landon Meyer. Batting seventh in left field, number 15, Isaac Emineth. Batting eighth at third base, number 21, Josh Beaver. And batting ninth in right field, number 9, Bowden Meyer. On the mound tonight for the Deacons, number 4, Elias Harris. The Deacons are coached by Nick Tweeten and head coach Luke Rusted. Playing the national anthem. Perfect. Perfect.
All right, sports fans, we're going to give this a shot. Test night on the new and improved streaming service here we've got at Jack Williams Stadium.
No music.
We've got a high school
Go ahead.
high school matchup here between the Highliners of Valley City, formerly the North Star Conference.
Around the field for the Deacons. In left field is Isaac Emineth. In center field, Jordan Leininger. And right field, Bowden Meyer. At third base is Josh Beaver. Shortstop is Tommy Simon. At second base, Landon Meyer. And at first base, Adam Leininger. Doing the catching for the Deacons is Sam Oshak. And on the mound, Elias Harris.
Elias Harris, senior from Park Christian High School, pitching to Sam Oshak. Just a sophomore, native of Breckenridge, Minnesota. Son of former Mankato State pitching star Jay Oshak. So as this broadcast goes on tonight, make sure and shoot me a message if you can give us some feedback. We're kind of working with an improvised audio tech crew here. We've got headphones that will be working here as the summer goes on, but for now we've got the microphone, so you're going to be hearing the PA announcer announcing some players. Then we'll toggle back and give you some play-by-play, let you know what the count is, what the score is, how many outs there are, all that good stuff. So sit back, enjoy a cold frosty beverage or a warm one.
Leading off the top half of the first for the Highliners, the shortstop, number 7, Ethan Miller.
We're about to play ball with Ethan Miller coming to the plate. Ethan Miller starting shortstop for Valley City. Ethan just a sophomore. Ground ball, third base. Beaver picks it up, throws it across the diamond. One pitch, one out. If you're Harris, that's what you're looking for. Keep the pitch count down. We got a lot of baseball to play next week.
Batting second for the Highliners, third baseman, number 2, Gavin Gerhardt.
Harris just put that fastball right at the knees, right where he wants to keep it all day. Ethan Miller, aggressive first pitch, swinging. That brings Gerhardt, the third baseman, to the plate. Takes the first pitch, high for a ball. Gerhardt wearing number 2, playing third base, hitting in the 2-hole here against Harris, the senior. And the pitch, a little high, a little outside. We got a 2-0 count. Valley City coming to Fargo with a record good enough, I believe, for 5th place in the EDC. I could be wrong on that. But notable in their wins is a win over against defending state champion Cheyenne. The pitch just a bit high as well, 3-0 count. So Valley City took down the defending champs. So we'll get to know this team as the game goes on. There, Harris comes right down the middle, 3-1 count. Shanley comes into this just fresh off of a split on Wednesday afternoon. Ground ball hit to the right side. Landon Meyer picks the ball up. Just a bit high to Adam. And we got 2 down, 2 ground balls for Harris so far.
Batting third for the Highliners, right fielder, number 13, Braxton Jorison.
That brings up Braxton Jorison, one of the seniors. Not very many on this Valley City squad. Wearing lucky number 13. Big right-handers playing right field out there tonight, batting in the 3 spot. Here comes Harris with the first pitch. As the Rolling Stones say, paint the black. We got an 0-1 count here to Jorison. Harris with the delivery. First curveball we've seen of the night. Jorison probably wants that one back, but Harris does a nice job of keeping that batter off balance. Hitting is about timing, and pitching is about disrupting timing. The 0-2 pitch by Harris. Just a bit high. Good take by Jorison. You're going to see that a lot from Harris. He likes to go high with that 0-2 fastball. See if you can get that batter to chase with the 1-2. And set him up for off speed. This one's popped up. Jordan Leininger camps underneath it. One hand. I used to tell him 2 until you get paid, but he goes one hand, and that's it.
For the Highliners in the top half of the first inning,
Shanley.
nothing across.
So we're gonna head to the bottom of the first. Shanley coming to the plate, led off by Sam Oshak, left-handed catcher. Oshak, multi-sport athlete at Shanley, you're gonna hear that a lot. 3 sports for Sam, plays football in the fall, plays hockey for the South Shanley Bruins. So Sam has had some postseason action already here in this school year. Speaking of the school year, we've got, I'm sure these kids have this counted down, but I'm sure it's 3 days left, probably nothing but videos, would be my guess.
Finals.
Finals and videos. Gotta watch the, back in my day, we watched Torah every year.
Leading off the bottom half of the first for the Deacons, the catcher, number 22, Sam Oshak.
So Oshak comes to the plate. Oshak having a great season so far. Sam, a hockey player, likes to keep his hands inside that baseball and just use that quick wrist that he developed shooting hockey pucks all these years. That hand-eye coordination tends to work well for these hockey players in not only baseball, but a little sport called golf. Takes you about 5 minutes to realize the guy you're playing with has played hockey before. On the mound for Valley City, a big right-hander. His name's Broden Muskie, pronounced like the fish. First pitch, right down the middle, strike one. Muskie, a junior from Valley City.
Thank you.
Yeah, you probably need that. Probably be helpful,
Well, I have it lined up, but then
The
I might
0-1
just
pitch,
need it.
to Oshak. High and outside, we got a 1-1 count. A lot of times you'll see Oshak maybe take a pitch, maybe even 2 as a leadoff batter. That's to help his teammates in the dugout. See what this pitcher likes to do with the 1-1. Foul just out of play. And out of play today might mean it's swimming up north. As we see the mighty red off in the distance.
It's right up underneath the bridge, so.
1-2 count to Oshak. Nothing but fastball so far. Evens up the count, 2-2. Looks like first off-speed pitch. This one's could be dropping. I think the round of applause is from the Valley City parents. So that was almost a good catch.
Now he's out. Now he's out. What?
All right, I'm going to try and explain what happened.
I don't.
Pop up in between the shortstop,
I don't know what just happened.
the center fielder, and the left fielder.
Batting second for the Deacons, first baseman number 7, Adam Leininger.
Center fielder dove to try and catch it. Barnes County thought he did. Turns out he dropped it, which is what I saw the whole time. And I think Oshak maybe heard that he was out, so he started walking back to the dugout. Valley City threw it over the first baseman.
I thought he caught it.
Believe it or not, I think Sam beat the tag even though the first baseman had the ball and was standing there waiting for him to come. So, long story made short, we got nobody out. We got the leadoff hitter on. And big Adam Leininger up to the plate. Adam Leininger coming off of a big week where he hit a monstrous home run over at North Field, just mere blocks away from where we sit today. His second on the year. Big left-hander. Playing first base tonight, also plays catcher, sophomore at Shanley. Ball 2.
I could have swore he caught the ball.
Yeah.
Not your typical 2-hitter. A lot of times a 2-hitter right here would be laying down a bunt, trying to move that leadoff runner over to second base. That's ball 3. Adam, a very selective hitter for Shanley, always has been. Tendency to only swing if it's a strike, and at this point he's only going to swing if it's right down the middle. The 3-0 pitch with Oshak leading off on first. That ball's way outside. First and second, with Tommy Simon coming to the plate.
Batting third for the Deacons, the shortstop, number 1, Tommy Simon.
Simon, fresh off of a 3-for-3 performance against Fargo Davies, and I kid you not, First two hits he got were pop-ups to the shortstop that the wind blew over the shortstop head and dropped in. And the third hit was a grounder to the right side that I believe went off the end of his bat. And I love that. A little 3 for 3. Didn't hit the ball solid. I think Tommy would tell you 3 for 3 is 3 for 3. Take strike one from Jurison. You're certainly not going to get a hit if you don't put the ball in play. So let's see if Tommy can make it 4 in a row. Oshak leading off second, Leininger off first. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball just a bit foul. Simon finds himself in an 0-2 hole. Jurison came right back after that 4-pitch walk to Leininger. Starts off Simon with 2 pitches, both for strikes. We'll see if he wants to give Tommy something to hit or waste one here. 0-2 coming up to Simon. That pitch gets by the catcher. Oshak to third. Leininger to second. Ducks on a pond coming up for Simon with a 1-2 count. 2 runners in scoring position. Nobody out. Jurison to Simon, the 3-hitter. That one's popped up. Little wind out there for Gerhardt. He makes the play. Simon just missed that. Jurison able to pitch so far out of a jam. We got second and third, 1 out.
Batting fourth for Shanley, the center fielder, number 23, Jordan Leininger.
Jordan Leininger to the plate, the center fielder, sophomore from Shanley, also a multi-sport athlete. Coming off of a football injury this fall, broken collarbone. Showing no effects of that now. Played some basketball in between. Having a great season so far for the Deacons. That pitch missed upstairs high. Consistent strike zone so far from the umpire. There's been a few pitches that seem to have crossed under the armpits. I'm not even sure if that's a strike zone anymore. Sure was when I was a kid. I used to swing at balls over my head. The 1-0 to the cleanup hitter, Leininger. Speaking of over your head, that one went right over his head. You'll notice Jordan wears number 23. That's been beneficial for some of his coaches through the years, trying to keep those identical twins apart. You just remember 23, Michael Jordan, Jordan Leininger. Starting to wonder if Jordan's been texting the pitcher's girlfriend. We got a 3-0 count to the cleanup hitter, Nord. He's got first base open. Here comes the 3-0. That's ball 4. For the red-hot Jaden Ort on senior night. With all the bags full.
Batting fifth for Shanley, the designated hitter, number 11, Jaden Ort.
Jaden Ort, a senior at Shanley. Broken record here, but another multi-sport athlete and another success story of coming off of an injury.
No.
I don't think there's one. Is water turned on?
If I'm not mistaken, I think Jaden has torn both ACLs.
I hope so, because I don't know where anybody else is.
But he's not ready to be done playing baseball. He wants 2 more weeks left. And here he steps to the plate. Bases loaded, bottom of 1. Here's the pitch.
Nope, Luke can do that.
That one's behind him. That's 5 in a row for Jerison. Almost surprised Ort didn't take that one. Ort's been known to get beamed by balls that are about to be called a strike.
Our first guy in the bottom.
Ort, wearing number 11. Here comes the pitch, 1-0.
So Bob says no. And then, our guy thought he was out.
Fastball in for a strike.
Oshak is halfway to the dugout. They throw the ball to first.
Yeah.
Tag him, and Art says safe.
Jerison trying to battle out of jam. 1-1 count to Ort.
Good stuff. That's a strike.
There's a 1-2 count. Good pitcher's pitch. Right at the knees, inside part of the plate. Ort now, gonna look to shorten his swing, putting his ball in play
All things
with the 1-2 pitch. I so badly want to say just a bit high.
Just did.
I guess I just did. 2-2 count, Ort. Bases loaded. Good piece of hitting there. That was going to be called a strike inside corner. Not the one Ort wanted. Fouls it off. Live to see another day. 2-2 still coming.
pop.
He throws it by Ort. Good pitch by Jurison. Ort goes down swinging. 2 down.
Batting sixth for the Deacons, second baseman number 2, Landon Meyer.
Brings up Landon Meyer to the plate. Second baseman, shortstop. Jurison trying to battle out of this jam. Just needs to get one more batter. Shanley looking to put the first run on board. Ball's up and in. 1-0 count. Jurison takes the signal.
Oh, but they didn't have their card yet.
Fastball right at the belt.
I don't know.
Jurison pitching out of the full windup. Got bases loaded. Nobody going anywhere. 1-1 count to Landon Meyer. 2 down. Bottom of 1.
I don't know why.
That one's popped up right in front of the plate. And Cummings making some circus catch. Just like that, Jurison battles out of that jam. Getting Simon, Ort, and Landon.
For the
Meyer.
Deacons in the bottom half of the first inning, they scored no runs on one. Pitcher number 9, Broden Muskie.
All right, top of the 2. Harris on the mound, pitching to Muskie. First hit of the game for Valley City. Good line drive. Emmett picks it up, throws it into Simon. Just like that, 1 pitch, 1 hit. Valley City with their first base runner on. That's Muskie, who, by the way, is pitching, not Jurison.
Batting fifth for the Highlanders, the catcher number 8, Joe Cummings.
If anybody wants to notify my wife, I just made my first mistake. Catcher Cummings to the plate. Tries to lay one down, it's foul.
Good thing Mom isn't up here.
So Cummings, I don't think that was a
That's
sacrifice
Tracy's.
attempt. I think he was looking to put that ball in play and maybe run that
Now,
out.
basement.
We'll see.
Roommates are gonna be thoroughly
Went off his bat
next
into
to the
Oshak's
roommates.
left arm.
They think it's so funny.
And Harris finds himself in an 0-1 count against Cummings, the catcher, with Muskie on first, nobody out, top of 2.
You sure his name isn't Walleye?
Fastball in there for strike 2. Harris finds himself ahead, 0-2. Cummings trying to dig out of a hole, no bunt anymore. Muskie takes his lead off of first. Harris looks in, gets a sign, here comes the pitch. Time called by the batter. Umpire does not have to grant time, but he did. So we'll do this all over again. Harris, 0-2. Throwback. Just beat the tag was Muskie. Muskie just slid in there right before Leininger was able to slap that tag on. Good recognition by Oshak. High outside, always throw down to first. And the 1-2.
Ouch.
That looked like a changeup from Harris.
Grace.
Muskie fooled on it, but able to get a piece of it.
You do.
Lives to see another day. We got 1-2 for Cummings. Muskie on first, nobody out, top of 2.
Could send you the link, maybe.
I'll just show him here.
Simon, back to Leininger. Oh, the throw was just offline. Just missed a double play. Boy, you don't see that much from Tommy. Might have had the runner just in his line as well.
Batting 6th for Valley City, first baseman number 15, Devin Thornton.
So Cummings popped out to Simon. Simon not able to get Muskie coming back into first. And Harris starts Devin Thornton out with a strike. Devin, the big first baseman, a senior from Valley City, batting in the 6th hole, facing Harris. With a runner on first, Harris in the stretch, takes a signal. Here's the pitch. Just a bit outside.
One's ever told Bob he doesn't have to give a count if it's right on the scoreboard, apparently.
If they did, he probably didn't listen to me.
That's a strike, okay.
Perfect pitch on the inside part of the plate to the big first baseman, Thornton. Tough pitch to hit, great pitch to throw. Harris, 1-2. Takes a sign from Oshak. Checks the runner. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to the right side. Landon Meyer only played at 1. Leininger takes a look. Thornton does a nice job advancing that runner over. The 2 down for Valley City.
You see all that.
Batting 7th for the Highlanders, center fielder number 5, Adam Bitts.
Brings Adam Bitts up to the plate, another senior for Valley City.
Courtesy running at second base, Robert Fisher.
Bitts, the center fielder. Not sure if he's related to the Napoleon Bittses, but if he is, it means he's from God's country originally. Harris to Oshak. The big bender.
Wow.
Might have fooled the umpire there. First big bender we've seen from Harris in a while. The umpire called that one just a bit high. 1-0 count, 2 down, Bitts at the plate. Tough play here to make. He might want to hold this one, and he does. One of those swinging bunts by Bitts. And we got first and third. Valley City looking to strike here in top of 2.
Batting 8th for Valley City, the second baseman number 6, Max Mayhus.
Brings up Max Mayhus, number 6.
That's his kid. Does he start?
He's playing at JV tournament.
Oh,
They only have 2 guys on the bench.
Mayhus refusing to be cold today with the hooded sweatshirt. Harris going Bud Grant style. No long sleeves necessary. Here's the pitch.
that's a strike.
Didn't fool anybody that time, but the batter. Good curveball in there for strike 1. Just the one hard hit off of Harris so far with Muskie. Everything else has been ground outs or pop-ups.
Like 5-ish, I'm guessing.
6.
6.
Bits with that swinging bunt that nothing that anybody could do. And here comes the 0-1. Another curveball, just a bit inside.
I'll just tell you right now. That's what we
Speaking of Bud Grant, he turned 95 today.
Cold. I don't know what we're in.
Fun fact, I was just told Bud Grant turned 95 today. Can't verify, but Google can. Here comes Harris with the 1-1 pitch. High cheese. It's 1 and 2. So far, Mayhus has seen the curveball. He's seen his best curveball, he's seen the inside curveball, and he just had to witness high cheese. High cheese means a high fastball that you can't catch up to. Harris has him in a good spot right now. Can go either pitch. The 1-2 pitch, here it comes. Paints the corner, that's strike 3.
I didn't think Bob was gonna do it.
For Valley City in the top half of the second, no runs on 2 hits. There were no Deacon errors, 2 runners left on base. We move to the bottom half of the second with the score still tied at 0.
Yeah, there's very little precipitation.
Isaac Emineth.
Welcome back. We start at the bottom of the second inning.
He'll survive.
Shanley bringing Isaac Emineth to the plate. Affectionately known as Ike. We like Ike. We love Ike on senior day. Emineth, all-state free safety for the Deacons this year. Takes the first pitch for a called strike. Looking at the size of Emineth, you wouldn't think he's that, he's built for football, but never seen a kid tackle so well.
Catches that, that's a strike.
The last 3 years, we're gonna miss Ike Emineth on the football field. We're probably gonna miss him on the baseball team too. But he's got a chance here against Muskie with a 1-1 count. Hard ground ball to Gerhardt, fields it cleanly, makes the throw.
It's fast.
1 down, bringing up Josh Beaver to the plate.
Batting 8th for the Deacons, third baseman number 21, Josh Beaver.
Josh Beaver, also a senior. Playing third base today. Excellent pitching stats on the year. Don't be surprised if you see him latch on with
Did you know Myron's doing scoreboard?
a team to play with after this
Myron's
summer.
doing scoreboard.
Josh is gonna play for Post 2 this summer. He keeps pitching like he is. If he wants to, there's gonna be a school up there somewhere looking to have him pitch for them in the fall. Ground ball to Gerhardt.
Nice.
Way up.
Oh.
Beaver on his way to second. Just a throwing error by Gerhardt. Way over the first baseman's head, had no chance to catch that one.
Batting ninth for the Deacons, right fielder number 9, Bowden Meyer.
So with a major mistake there by Gerhardt, that brings Bowden Meyer to the plate with Beaver in scoring
Scott
position.
was telling me the other day that South had this with the run out and bunted into third. Set Chris Bunch, whatever his name is, put it on.
Bo Meyer, sophomore at Shanley, hockey player, football player, baseball player. Looks at Muskie, Muskie looks at him, here's the pitch.
Yeah, I'll get there.
Boy. You catch that one?
Diving catch there by the left fielder.
Was it fair or foul?
I don't know.
Bob wouldn't know either, he was 5 feet off the line.
Meyer just ahead of that fastball, ever so close. But pop up, and I think the wind brought that.
Top of the order for the Deacons, the catcher Sam Oshak.
Deacons roll the lineup over, Oshak coming to the plate with Beaver on second base. Muskie looking to pitch out of his second jam in as many innings. Oshak looking to get a base hit, drive Beaver in, put a run up on the board for Shanley. Here comes the pitch. Inside, good job by Cummings to knock that one down. So far, we've seen some good defense here by Valley City. The Gerhardt error, obviously the exception. But a good diving catch there by their left fielder. Had to run a long way to catch that ball. Pitch is 2-0. Outside fastball. Oshak with the hitter's count. Beaver takes his lead off second. Muskie takes the sign. Here's the pitch. Oshak gave a little nod as if to say, probably should have swung at that one, but I'm still ahead, 2-1. 2 down here for Shanley. The pitch is up high, 3-1 count to Oshak.
I'll make him throw pitches.
Muskie, 3-1 count, takes the sign. Here's the pitch. Oshak fouled straight back, full count. If I knew anything about fishing, I'd probably tell you something about a muskie. I just know how to order fish when I'm hungry. Here comes Muskie, full count. Beaver takes the lead. Oshak calls time. Maybe playing some foreigner head games. Let's see if it works. Muskie takes the sign. 3-2 pitch. We're going to do this all over again. That one's fouled back. Into the parking lot. If I was a young kid, I'd be running to go get that just to warm up. Pitch is way outside. That puts Oshak on. Sam wins the battle, finds himself on first base for the second time in as many innings, and brings up the
First baseman Adam Leininger.
Leininger up to the plate, 2 on, 2 outs. Adam walked in the first inning on 4 pitches. That also means he's had 4 looks at what Muskie has to offer. Here comes Muskie to Leininger. Falls hit hard.
Oh.
It's over his head. No, he got it.
Wind's knocking that down. He dropped it. The center fielder dropped it. Second error by Valley City this inning. Beaver scores. Oshak scores.
Official score.
Leininger finds himself on third.
Official scorekeeper says hit.
I thought they were gonna run into each other. Those two.
Shortstop Tommy Simon.
Flash hit up.
Boy, tough break for Muskie. he made the pitch to get Leininger out. Leininger hit it well, probably hit it about 360 feet. But I would imagine that center fielder catches that ball more often than not. The dangerous Tommy Simon to the plate. Kicks a curveball down and away.
Gracie, you go to some
1-0 count.
hockey games?
Simon, a 3-hitter,
Yeah.
looking to drive in Leininger early on in this
Shut up.
EDC matchup. Deacons up 2-0.
Oh. Where do they play?
They play at St. Thomas Academy.
He's not gonna get it. He's not gonna get it. We did. No.
Oh, you dropped it.
He dropped that ball too.
That's a hit.
I'm not giving him a hit.
That's
on
a
that.
hit.
I'm not giving him a hit. on
Jeez.
You gotta give
Tough.
him a hit on that one.
that. Ow.
Hometown.
And that's the third error by Valley City in this inning. This all started with Gerhardt airmailing the first baseman.
Center fielder Jordan Leininger.
Diving catch.
And then a couple of fly balls that the center fielder just
Yeah,
not
because
able
he
to
should have
track
been
down.
standing underneath it.
Muskie doing his job, but finds himself in a 3-0 hole. Just giving up the one hit. Deacons have scored 3 runs on no hits in this inning. Jordan Leininger to the plate. Fastball in there for a strike. Baseball's a funny game. You can score 3 runs without getting a hit. You can have 3 hits and not score a run.
7 in 1 inning without a hit.
Muskie up 0-1 on the count to Leininger.
Oh, can you do the trifecta?
Another fly ball to the center fielder.
You're picking on that center
Valley
fielder.
City waited with bated breath, and he put that one in his glove.
For the Deacons in the bottom half of the second inning, they scored 3 runs on no hits. There were 3 Valley City errors. 2 runners left on base. We move to the top half of the third. Kai Greenlee.
Are you switching cameras or? Oh, he is. He's doing it.
Elias Harris. Ball's popped up. Landon Meyer underneath it. 1 away. Big curveball there by Harris. Apologize for the lack of technology efficiency there in the stream. My partner in crime took a step away from the camera there for about 45 seconds, and yours truly, because of my union contract, said I can't do anything more than this. Like hit a button to show you that Landon Meyer caught that pop-up. Big swinging curveball there by Harris. Harris, the Park Christian, soon-to-be graduate, heading to the University of Jamestown to play baseball for Tom Hager. Tom Hager, a graduate of Post 2 baseball. Also where Elias Harris plays his baseball in the summer. So we've got a Post 2 connection there with Harris and Hager. And I think Coach Hager got himself a good one. Elias Harris up 1-2. To the leadoff batter, Miller gets him with the beauty of a curveball. Strike 3, throw it around, Sam.
Third baseman Gavin Gerhardt.
Is that
Brings Gerhardt to the play.
Hair spot for him.
Gerhardt
Justin
facing
Bieber?
Harris.
Booze. Got a boo song. Boo.
Gerhardt, the third baseman for Valley City,
Cheap shot.
takes a curveball for a strike.
Yeah, because we haven't seen a curveball all year.
He's got a pretty good one.
They're just frozen.
Throws Gerhardt with another curveball. Gerhardt finds himself in an 0-2 hole. Harris looking to get out of the top of 3 with no damage done. Here's the pitch. Went back to that outside curveball, see if he could get Gerhardt fishing. Now he's got it set up. Don't be surprised to come inside fastball here. No, they're going to outside corner. Fastball. Blew by you, Linda Ronstadt.
For Valley City, the top half of the third, they scored no runs. They're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Muskie back out on the mound for Valley City. We head to the
Oh, we're gonna throw a third. I've never
bottom
seen
of the third, moving along in this brisk Friday evening here.
that. Leading off the bottom half of the third for the Deacons, designated hitter Jaden Ort.
Jay Nort leading off for the Deacons.
Cheers.
Ort struck out in his first at bat. Takes a ball from Muskie. Muskie's done everything he can to keep the Deacons at bay. Got out of a first inning jam. Almost got out of a second inning jam and the wheels fell off a little bit on the defense. Here's the pitch. Way up high. Ort ahead in the count 2-0. Saw Jay Nort pulling away from the north game, one of the coolest cars I've seen high school senior have. And he just wore one. We just talked about Jay Nort taking these pitches, hit by pitches. I don't know how many he has, but he's got a lot. And he
Second
does not rub
baseman
it.
Landon Meyer.
Brings up Landon Meyer to the plate. Landon coming off a pop-up in the first inning. Ort took that one in the back, refusing to rub it. We're watching him the whole time, and he is not going to rub his back.
Can't reach back there.
Brings up Meyer to the plate. Maybe a bunt situation here for the second baseman. Takes a fastball on the inside part of the plate, strike one. Gerhardt playing him almost even with the bag, just a hair in. Muskie takes a look, he's up ahead in the count. Ort on first base. Takes the sign from Cummings, here comes the pitch. Way up high, Cummings throws to Thornton, Ort back in easy, under the tag. As the count is even, 1-1.
Right. Someone must have.
Ball's up high,
Earbud. Always though.
and he threw him out. Ort got thrown out.
Guarantee they're not gonna find that on the bus.
Just a perfect pitch to throw a runner out on, high fastball. Cummings basically caught that just at his right shoulder. All he had to do, he had to stand up to catch the ball anyhow. Got him out of his stance early. All he had to do was make the throw, which he did. And hooded sweatshirt made the tag. Pitch is down and away, 3-1 count. Possible that was a hit and run on and for Ort. Ort hasn't been stealing a lot of bases yet this year. And Muskie giveth and taketh and giveth again.
Left fielder, Isaac Emineth.
Landon Meyer finds himself on first base. Working a 5-pitch walk, brings up the senior, Emineth. I see Emineth's sister, Grace Emineth, is making waves at NDSU track. Jumping far and running fast. That pitch gets by Cummings, brings Meyer to second, and Emineth, dangerous hitter, has a runner in scoring position. As Muskie finds himself once again with runners in scoring position and less than 2 outs. Muskie looks in at Cummings, takes the sign. The 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0.
We score all 3 with 2 outs.
Emineth digs in. Thornton playing in at first base. And a pitch. Ball's inside, 3-0. Don't be surprised if you see Emineth with the take sign here. That's 7 out of 8. Pitches outside the strike zone, and there's Meyer's going to go to third. Emineth's going to take a good hard look. Cummings hustles back. We've got first and third with 1 out. We're going to have a visit from the Valley City pitching coach.
You know,
The
and
general is giving orders.
maybe the next game I
conference on the
could.
mound for Valley
Here's the thing,
City.
I'm not coming back.
He's gonna just let him stand out there.
I'll be on the deck.
Let his arm get cold.
I'll be here next.
Muskie lost the strike zone now. He's walked 3 this inning. Got a little help from the Deacons on Ort. Tried to steal base, got thrown out.
Coming to the plate for the Deacons, third baseman Josh Beaver.
Brings Beaver to the plate. Beaver headed to the University of Jamestown. Digs in. Big right-hander as Muskie takes the sign, takes a peek at Emineth. Here's the pitch. That's a ball up high.
Thanks. I got straight up because I told him to do it.
After the mound visit, Muskie probably just wants to settle down, throw some strikes, see if his teammates can play some defense behind him. Up pitch behind Beaver. Goes 2-0 to Beaver. Bullmeyer on deck. Emineth at first. Landon Meyer at third. Just 1 out here in the bottom of 3. Muskie with the pitch. Goes 3-0. No action so far in the Valley City bullpen. Not uncommon in these types of situations to bring in a position player if you have to. Benches aren't very deep.
Oh, one can warm him up.
Comes back with a
Oh, we
strike,
got
3-1
strikes
pitch.
this week.
3-1 to Beaver with the fast Emineth at first base. Hitters count. Wouldn't be surprised to see Emineth take off for second, put some pressure on the Valley City pitcher and defense. Muskie takes a look. Beaver digs in. Runner goes. No play at second. Emineth with the stole second base standing up. Beaver finds himself in a full count, but he's got runners at second and third. 2 runners in scoring position for Beaver the senior. Here comes the pitch from Muskie. Close, but no cigar. That's ball 4. These bases are loaded for Bo Meyer.
Right fielder, Bowden Meyer.
Muskie lost some of his accuracy. He's in all of it here, the last 4 batters. He's walked 3 and he's beaten a guy. No runs across yet after the stolen base. Caught stealing by Ort. Here comes Bo Meyer to the plate. Wisely doesn't swing at that pitch. Coach Rusted might have lost a couple years off his life or a couple more gray hairs if you swing at that one after all these walks. Here comes Muskie from the full windup to Meyer. Bases loaded. Up and in, 2-0. As a hitter now, you're looking for 1 pitch, 1 spot. 2-0 pitch. Let's see where he puts this. Here comes Muskie to the plate. It's popped up.
Take him up.
New life for Meyer. As Cummings not able to make that play.
I don't think he's gonna break. Home at first.
So Meyer swinging on 2-0. Muskie with the fastball. Meyer popped it up. As a hitter, this is a spot you want to at least get the ball to the outfield grass. It's a fly ball, sacrifice fly, that works. Middle infield playing at double play depth. Corners are in. Corners might be looking to come home on a ground ball. Here comes the 2-1 pitch to Meyer. Popped up again. Infield fly and he's out.
Geez, he can't catch a pop up. Stay alive.
That's 2 down now
Bobo.
for the Deacons. Brings up the leadoff hitter, Sam Oshak.
Catcher
Oshak to the plate with bases loaded here. Bottom of 3. Takes the first pitch in the outside corner. Strike 1. Muskie looking to work out one more jam.
Oh.
Oh.
He snags the grounder, but he throws it.
Oh.
They tried.
Oh, Thornton caught that ball. That was just way out of his range, but he caught it.
For the Deacons in the bottom half of the 3rd inning, they scored no runs on no hit.
Back to the game, you got the top of the fourth, Valley City coming up to the plate. Down 3-0, Harris on the mound. That one just a bit low. 1-1 count here, number 13, Jurison. Big right fielder. Takes the pitch from Harris. Curveball in there for a strike. And as a hitter, I've done that many times. You do the old duck, and you kind of wish you didn't. Duck out of the way of a curveball, and the umpire calls it a strike, and here comes the 1-2.
That's too good of a pitch.
That ball's left out over the plate. Harris probably wants that one back. And Jorison finds himself the leadoff single here in the top of 4.
The pitcher, Broden Muskie.
Brings Broden Muskie to the plate. Down 3 with the cleanup hitter. Probably not a bunting situation. Good curveball over the outside corner. 0-1. Beaver playing at regular depth. Leininger holding on Jurison. Harris takes the signal from Oshak. Takes a look. That one got away from Oshak.
Why?
Runner didn't notice it. Big break there for Harris. Neither Jorison, nor the first base coach, nor the third base coach, nor the on-deck batter, nor the batter, nor the Valley City bench saw that ball hit by Oshak.
When the leadoff man gets on, 34% of the time they score.
That ball's hitting the gap.
That's not hitting it either.
Leininger unable to get to it. Runner's going.
Gun.
Beats the tag. Second and third for Valley City.
That's the end.
Harris finds himself in a jam. Second and third, nobody out. Cummings coming to the plate.
The catcher, Joe Cummings.
Back-to-back hits off of Harris. Both pitches just left up in the zone ever so slightly. Leininger unable to track that down. Jurison just slid in under the tag from Beaver. Here comes Harris. Curveball left outside. Deacon infield playing at regular depth. Harris with the 1-0 pitch. That gets by Simon. Cummings slides in underneath the tag. A 2-run single there by Cummings just under the glove of Tommy Simon. Leininger threw it to the cutoff man, but Cummings ran the whole way.
First baseman, Devin Thornton.
Just like that, we've got a 3-2 game here in the top of 4. Still nobody on. Harris trying to work out of trouble. First pitch down and away. First baseman Thornton up to the plate. Harris takes the signal, 1-0 pitch. Cummings takes his lead off second. The pitch got by Oshak. Cummings is on third. And the Deacons finding themselves in all sorts of trouble here as Valley City's put up back-to-back-to-back hits and now finds Cummings on third base. Still down on the scoreboard 3-2 with 5 hits for the Highliners, just to the 1 for the Deacons. Harris makes the pitch and gets the out to Beaver. Cummings must have found himself in no man's land there. He didn't take off running for home. He might have made it.
Center fielder Adam Bitts.
And Beaver read the play, saw he had enough time with Thornton. Running to first base. And Harris gets a desperately needed first out. Facing Bitts. This ball's popped up. And that ball drops safely. Just out of the reach of Jordan Leininger and Landon Meyer. And it's a 3-3 ball game, just like that.
Second baseman Max Mayhus.
So we've got the wind blowing out straight to center field here at Jack Williams Stadium. Center field goes just about 400 feet. And I see they're bringing Jordan Leininger in just about 5 or 6 steps. It seems like we've had more balls dropping in front of these outfielders than over their heads. See if maybe the coaches make an adjustment. Bring them in a little bit till they burn you. Especially at the bottom of the lineup here with Mayhus up. Just one out here in the top of 4. 6th hit of the game for Valley City. Just a C&I blooper, got between the center fielder and the second baseman. Mayhus squares the bunt. Oshak grabs that foul. 0-2 for Harris against Mayhus. Valley City coach calling out numbers. Back in my day, it used to go belt to the lid to the chest. But the game has changed. Big sweeping curveball. Mayhus does a good job to foul that one off. Mayhus steps back in, 0-2 count. Harris takes the signal from Oshak, takes a look at Bitts, and here's the pitch. Mayhus leaves that high fastball alone. Mayhus takes a look at the Valley City coach, gives him 3 numbers. That gets relayed to the runner on first base. Harris takes a sign. Leininger holding on Bitts.
Oh, jeez.
Thank
This
you.
might backfire.
Catch it.
He had that thing stolen.
Yep.
Holy cow.
Bitts with a huge head start. Took off early. I don't know if the Deacons, just about the perfect jump. He went early enough where Harris maybe could have stepped off the rubber, turn and throw. But it's right at that crucial spot where you're just about to go into your delivery. Sometimes you have somebody yell step off and next thing you know you've got a balk and he's on second anyhow. 1-2 pitch to Mayhus. Strike 3. Good spot there by Harris. I'm sure Mayhus thinks that was high and outside,
So he can't lift his right arm.
Oh, I heard that, yeah.
but that was a picture perfect pitch there by Harris. Who
Left fielder Kai Kringley.
brings up Kringley to the plate, the left fielder for Valley City. Number 10, Bitts, has already taken off once for second. Let's see if he does it again. And Harris throws that pitch first, just a bit high. Fastball. Number 9 hitter, leadoff hitter on deck. Here comes Kringley, digs in. Harris takes a sign. Fastball, swing and a miss. First damage Valley City has caused this game. Also the first inning, Harris has had to work a little harder. And with 4 singles in this inning, 3 runs put across. Our pitch is fouled straight back. Brings the count to 1-2. 1-2 count to Kringley with Bitts on base. Harris with the pitch. Curveball hit foul. And Kringley lives to see another day. Harris up in the count, 1-2. Bitts comes back to first. Adam Leininger checks in, makes sure Bitts is doing fine. A little friendly banter. Harris with the 1-2 pitch. Line drive to Simon. And a nice hop. Throws to Meyer. 3 runs for Valley City. Ties this game up. Headed to the bottom of 4. 3-3 game.
For Valley City in the top half of the fourth, they scored 3 runs on 4 hits.
Wait, who's batting?
Leading off the bottom half of the fourth for the Deacons, the first baseman, Adam Leininger.
So welcome back to the bottom of the 4th inning. Adam Leininger, first baseman, going to lead off here against a new pitcher for Valley City. They moved the shortstop into pitch. Quite a few changes for Valley City. We'll figure those out on the fly, but I know Mayhoos now at shortstop. Miller, the sophomore. Number 7, taking the mound. Muskie's out there somewhere. Or maybe he's not. Here comes Miller. We'll see the first pitch. Adam Leininger steps to the plate. Miller finds the inside corner. Adam finds himself in an 0-1 hole against a new pitcher. And the full windup, here it comes. Pitch is just a bit high. Shanley looking to answer, also looking to get their second hit on the board. Pitch is down and away. 2-1 hitters count for Leininger. Here in the bottom of 4. In a 3-3 tie ball game, Valley City with a new pitcher. Tough hop there. Not much of a chance for Thornton. Adam hit the ball hard. Just a tough hop there for the big first baseman. Scored as a hit on the scoreboard.
Shortstop, Tommy Simon.
Brings up Tommy Simon to the plate. Another Shanley sophomore. Finds 6 of them in this lineup. Gerhardt takes a step in at third base. He's on the grass right now. Thornton's holding Adam Leininger on. Miller now from the stretch. Back-to-back hits as Simon finds a gap. Nice single just over the glove of the second baseman.
Center fielder, Jordan Leininger.
Carver Peterson now playing second base. rocking the hoodie. Might be the first person I've seen with the first name Carver. I know Abe Carver from Days of Our Lives. Excellent police work. Solving crimes with Roman Brady. Bo Brady, the renegade on a motorcycle. And 30 years later, maybe their parents named him Carver Peterson after Abe Carver. We'll never know. We got an 0-1 count to Jordan Leininger. We got runners on first and second. Leininger squared to bunt that first time. Might be looking to get runners advance to second and third here against Miller. Miller takes a step off the rubber. Thornton playing well into the grass at first base. Gerhardt just a step in. Pitcher's probably got the right side. One sign turned off. Leininger falls him down the first baseline and finds himself 0-2. So the Deacons with first and second, nobody out, back-to-back hits by Leininger and Simon. Leininger to the plate. Struck him out, Miller, high and outside fastball. Leininger looking to protect. Got caught chasing the pitch that was going to be tough to hit. Brings up Ort to the plate.
Designated hitter, Jaden Ort.
So far, the story of this game from a Shanley standpoint is lots of runners on base and not much to show for it. Ort looking to change that narrative here. Steps into the plate against Miller. Takes the first pitch low for ball one. Adam Leininger at second. Tommy Simon takes a big lead at first. Here's the pitch. That ball's popped up. Infield fly rule call. And Carver makes the play. Ort joins the
Second baseman, Landon Meyer.
Ort joins a long list of Shanley batters who have just not been able to deliver with runners in scoring position.
I got mittens up here, so.
Landon Meyer steps into the box. That pitch is outside. 1-0 count. Meyer walked his second time up. Popped out his first time up. Looking to get his first hit of the game and knock in Adam Leininger as he sits at second base with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That ball's down and outside. 2-0 pitch. 2-0 count. Miller looking to get out of this jam. Gave up back-to-back singles. Since then, he's got 2 guys out. Landon Meyer to the plate. Here comes the pitch. Good play by Cummings to keep that one from going to the backstop. Landon Meyer finds himself in a 3-0 count. Probably looking at a take sign here from his coach. All 3 of those pitches have been well outside and low. I think you're going to want to see Miller put one across before you do anything. That's ball 4.
Mark just blocked him. I didn't see it, I wasn't paying attention. I just heard him go, I just heard him go block.
Oh, they just gave him bases.
Umpire called the balk.
Oh, Bach.
And believe it or not, I actually
Yeah.
feel like I did recognize that he did not come set there. It was a 3-0 pitch. And again, sometimes as a pitcher in a 3-0 pitch, you might let your guard down just ever so slightly. You're so focused on throwing that thing right across the plate, you forget to come set. And just like that, he walks Meyer on it to load the bases for the dangerous senior.
Left fielder, Isaac Emineth.
That's his own room. Well, normally I think he'd have headphones, too.
Boy, on senior night, Ike Emineth looking to deliver here in a 3-3 game. Bases loaded. Nowhere for the sophomore Miller to put him. Walk Landmeyer at 4 pitches. Here's the pitch from the full windup. That ball's down. Good stop by Cummings.
Like you should.
5 balls in a row. Officially. Again, he threw a 3-0 pitch to Landmeyer that was going to be called a strike, but the second base or the field umpire called it balk. That pitch is low. Eminent, smart hitter, experienced hitter. He knows the situation. He knows Miller's got to deliver here. The pitch is called a strike. 2-1 to Eminem. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Bottom of 4. And another fly out. No damage for the Deacons as we head to the top of the 5th. Still tied, 3-3.
Do it.
We're going to start the top of the 5th inning here for Valley City with the pitcher, Ethan Miller. Stepping to the
Kill
plate
the
against Harris.
music.
Harris.
Thank you.
Big curveball in there for a called strike. Harris looking to bounce back after a 3-run 4th inning. Found himself giving up 4 hits in that inning. Weak ground ball, Simon charging. And he got him. Just fantastic defense. Even the Valley City parents are commenting on how good a defensive play that was.
Third baseman Gavin Gerhardt.
Simon charged it. They called that one a do or die. He had one option there, field that on the run and throw it as hard as he can. Leininger with a nice stretch. And that's one away for Harris. Brings up Gerhardt to the plate. Gerhardt took that first pitch in there for a fastball and a called strike. Harris with the pitch. Big looping curveball in there for strike 2. Gerhardt took a big hack at that one, came up empty, finds himself in an 0-2 hole. Harris getting in a rhythm. Paints the corner. And he rings up Gerhardt. Gerhardt jogging back to the bench. Called out on strike 3, and Harris is in a rhythm.
Number 13, Braxton Jorison.
Boy, and that play by Simon seems to have given Harris just a little bit of life. You can just tell he wants to grab that ball. He's ready to go.
Hi, Mom.
Defensive play like that can spark a team. We'll see if it did for Shanley. It sure looks like Harris has just a little bit of. You can just tell the body language. He wants to pitch right now. As Jorison digs in for Valley City. 2 outs. Top of 5. Another pitch for strike for Harris. Big curveball looped in there for a called strike. And he's in a rhythm. He wants to go. Harris takes a sign from Oshak. Fastball. And he's feeling it, folks. The slightly less than capacity crowd is getting revved up. Harris, 0-2. Here comes the delivery from the full windup. He got him!
Ooh,
To look at ball 1.
that was a better pitch than strike 3 on the last guy.
Right till your team is running up.
I get real excited when it's a real close strike. 1-2. At first you don't succeed. Throw the same pitch.
For the Highliners in the top half of the fifth, nothing across. We move to the bottom half of the fifth, score still tied at 3.
After that Simon defensive play, by my count, Harris threw 7 more pitches, and the only pitch that wasn't a strike missed by an inch. We'll be back in the bottom of the fifth. Deacons looking to take the lead in a 3-3 game.
His walk-up song, because I have no idea what it is. I'm scared to click anything. Start music.
Welcome back to the bottom of the fifth inning. Josh Beaver digs in, takes the pitch from Miller. Low ball 1.
This one.
I know. Bums is next, so I don't want to miss that one. Sorry.
Beaver, first look at Ethan Miller. Takes low ball 2. Ethan Miller walked 3 last inning, hit 1, but no damage as the Deacons were unable to put a run across.
Yeah, it's down.
Beaver,
Oh, maybe not.
long run, and he dropped it.
That's an error, I will agree with you on that one.
Beaver to second base on the air by the right fielder. Looks like Muskie
Change
out
a
there.
whole bunch of scores, yeah.
He's looking at his glove, wondering what happened. What happened?
Right
Beaver
fielder,
brings up
Bowden
base.
Meyer.
Brings up Bo Meyer, 0-2 on the day. Couple pop-ups. Flew out to the left fielder in his first at-bat, popped out to the catcher in his second.
Maybe hit the ball.
Ethan Miller takes a sign. Looks in at Bo Meyer, both squares early to bunt.
Good one.
Pitch ran in on his hands just a little bit, just enough to put some side spin on that and take that ball from fair to foul. Deacon's been having a little bit of problems with their bunting lately. You can tell Coach Rusted is at wits. He's wondering how many more times we gotta practice these bunts to get this down. You know they practice them all the time. We'll see if he goes back to that again. Thornton in on the grass. Gerhardt 2 steps in front. Again, pitcher might be covering the bunt down the third baseline. We'll see. And we'll see if both squares are up again. Miller takes the sign. Meyer squares the bunt.
Stay down,
Oh,
good.
oh, that's a good one. Go.
Somehow got that down.
That was on the other side of it almost.
Folks, if he didn't bunt that, it might have went through his legs.
Catcher Sam Oshak.
So Rusted playing this game for this next run. You're gonna see a Valley City, so Coach Rusted bunts over with a guy on second and nobody out. Gets that runner to third base. Valley City now, their coach makes the adjustment. He pulls the infield in. Oshak, probably looking to hit something hard on the ground, see if he can sneak it through this infield. Fouls the fastball back to the net, finds himself 0-1. Not a safety squeeze situation necessarily. Beaver, not the fastest runner on the team, takes a modest lead. Oshak, a very good contact hitter. Infield in for Valley City. Oshak digs in, takes the pitch from Miller. Gets the ball right to the shortstop. Mayhews fields the ball, makes the play. Beaver didn't have a good jump on that one, decided to stay at
First
third.
baseman, Adam Leininger.
Give his first baseman a chance. Adam Leininger steps to the plate with another runner in scoring position. Beaver standing at third. Miller looking to get out of another jam.
Get through, get.
And Leininger comes through with a ground ball between first and second base. And just like that, we've got a 4-3 game. Bottom of 5, Tommy Simon to the plate. Adam Leininger just took that fastball.
Shortstop, Tommy Simon.
Didn't try and do too much with that fastball. Just hit it hard on the ground, found the spot. And Miller's unable to avoid damage here yet again. Brings the dangerous Simon to the plate. Ball's out to center field.
Everything's in bed.
Caught by the center fielder, Bitts.
For the Deacons in the bottom half of the fifth, they scored 1 run on 1 hit. There was 1 highliner error, 1 runner left on base. We move to the top half of the 6th inning. Your new score, Shanley 4, Valley City 3.
Song it's not gonna play, right? Okay.
Leading off top half of the 6th for the Highliners, the right fielder, Broden Muskie.
Muskie to the plate against Harris.
I can handle it.
This is high with the curveball as we start the top of the 6th inning here. With Deacons on top, 4-3.
Or you can just say.
Fastball misses down low, 2-0 count to Muskie. Harris still on the mound for the Deacons.
When it gets, you never know, it might be a nice.
Curveball in there for a strike, 2-1 to Muskie. Harris still on the plate, still on the mound. Fastball, this one's popped up. Leininger calls him off, as he should. And Muskie's retired with the pop-up to Adam Leininger.
Catcher, Joe Cummings.
If you're just tuning in, Deacons were able to score a run on the Muskie error in the bottom of the 5th. Muskie dropped a fly ball by Beaver, got him to second base. Bo Meyer sacrificed Beaver over to third base. Oshak with the ground ball to Mayhoos. Runner didn't score, but then Adam Leininger was able to get a go-ahead RBI single to put the Deacons up 4-3 as we head here into the 6th inning. Brings up Joe Cummings. Ahead in the count, 2-0. Harris with the pitch. Fastball right down the middle. Cummings tried to sell it, that was inside. Umpire not fooled. Harris with the perfect curveball, 2-2. Count even at 2. Harris takes the sign and the pitch. Fastball on the outside corner, strike 3. And Harris picks up where he left off. Dealing.
First baseman, Devin Thornton.
Brings up Devin Thornton to the plate. Big first baseman. Fouls that one straight back as Harris gives him the heater.
They wanna go 3-man for.
Harris brings some chin music.
For the Tuesday games.
Yeah. How did he?
Well, Malden goes.
Thornton just
They're all in
85
town.
miles an hour right underneath his chin. Fresh shave.
4 umpires, much like
He's not
12.
wrong.
Harris with the pitch. Fastball. Thornton straight back.
Oh, jeez.
And we got a 1-2 count to Thornton. Harris from the full windup. Missed with the fastball just high. Thornton able to lay off. Counts even at 2-2. 2 down here in the top of the 6th. Deacons on top 4-3. And the pitch.
Oh, oh, oh.
Curveball got him swinging. Got by Oshak, and Thornton hustles down to first base. It's an error on the catcher.
Center fielder Adam Bitts.
Strikeout by Harris. Harris now sets up from the stretch.
They're down to 4 outs.
Looking to put that behind him as he focuses in on Adam Bitts with Thornton at first base. Throws that ball just a bit outside. Harris looking to calm down. I'm sure he was excited to get back into the dugout after that strike 3. Needs to regroup and throw the ball right down the plate, which he just did. Inside corner for a strike. Counts even at 1-1 for Bitts. Again, not verified if he's from Napoleon, but fouled that pitch off his leg. Count stands at 1-2. Harris looking to set the Highliners down here in the 6th inning. Give his teammates a chance to pad this lead. Bitts able to lay off the outside curveball. Harris looking to get him chasing, just missed. Counts even at 2. Thornton takes his lead off of first base. Adam Leininger holding him on. Harris leans in, takes the signal from Oshak. The pitch just a bit high, just a bit outside. And the count goes to full. Full count here to Adam Bitts, the center fielder for Valley City. Harris with Thornton on first. Thornton will take off here as the pitch gets delivered. Curveball, and Bitts able to foul that back. Harris confident in his off-speed pitch to deliver that on a full count. Bitts with a good piece of hitting to stay alive. Reset, full count pitch. And he got him swinging on the high fastball. Harris with the fist pump, and we're going to the bottom of 6. Deacons up 4-3.
song. Grace was
Well,
supposed
they
to.
don't have one set yet, unless she picked one out.
He did. Oh,
Oh.
didn't he? Oh, or was it Grace? I don't know.
Jordan Leininger walks to the plate here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Shanley on top, 4-3. Ethan Miller still pitching for Valley City. Sophomore versus sophomore in the pitch. That one's low and outside. That's been the spot Ethan has missed when he's missed. Leininger struck out in his last at bat. You're gonna put a hit on the board. Fastball in the outside corner. Leininger fouls that one straight back. Miller from the full windup delivers to Leininger. That ball stays fair. It's trouble.
Did he get it?
Oh, nice catch.
Stop.
Boy, redemption for Muskie with the diving catch.
Is this his? I don't think it is.
Designated hitter, Jaden Orr.
Boy, tip your hat to Muskie on that. That was full extension. A triple waiting to happen for Leininger. Pitcher's best friend is good defense. Ethan Miller stares in at Jaden Ort. Ort, ground ball to Mayhews. Mayhews, little trouble with it. That ball is up way high. Good hustle by Cummings to back up that throw or keep Ort at first base. And Valley City, with their 5th error of the game, brings Landon Meyer to the plate with Jaden Ort on first base. And they're going to award.
Second baseman, Landon Meyer.
So by ground rules, that ball probably went into either the dugout area or the maintenance area. So even though Cummings was able to hustle down and keep that runner from going to second base, the umpire awarded Jaden Ort second base because of the ground rules here at Jack. That ball probably went right into where the garage is. Brings up Landon Meyer with the runner in scoring position. Miller takes the sign in the pitch. That ball's up and in. 1 ball count, 1-0 count to Landon Meyer. Ort at second base. Gerhardt even with the base. 2-0 to Meyer. Meyer walked in his last at bat.
November 13th.
Yep, I'm trying to send a screenshot to you.
Ethan Miller leans in, takes the sign, comes set. Pitch in the dirt, and the count goes to 3-0. 3-0 pitch, right down the middle, strike one. Still a hitter's count here for Landon Meyer, the second baseman, against sophomore versus sophomore. 6 Shanley sophomores in the starting lineup tonight.
I know. I ran home quick, get my jacket.
Miller with another fastball down the middle, count goes full. Payoff pitch.
Well, this game doesn't mean anything for us. Other than this one, that's gonna get in.
That's been
It's
dropped.
down.
Oh my, good. Good.
Base hit.
Hey, you didn't call that an error, did you?
They shouldn't even have errors on the board for you guys.
Second baseman with a long run to go get that ball.
Left fielder, Isaac Emeneth.
You got guys crashing into fences.
That's Grace. Stop. Fucking Grace.
And that puts Meyer on first. Ort unable to advance as he thought the ball might be caught.
They can't catch it.
Nope.
They can make an amazing catch, but
Brings up Emeneth to the plate with first and second, 1 out. Here in the bottom of 6. Lays one down, good bunt. Nobody's there.
Oh, he threw it anyway.
Gerhardt threw it anyhow. Boy, his second baseman bailed him out. Gerhardt saw nobody was there, threw the ball anyhow. And luckily, Jurison came over there to rescue what would have been a disaster. That's a base hit for
insurance here.
Emeneth on a perfectly placed bunt. Well, if you're Ethan Miller, you gotta be frustrated. You're doing everything but. Again, this inning started off with Muskie making the defensive play of the game, and since then, there's been an error by Mayhus, a potential error by the second baseman, and there a perfectly laid bunt down, and Valley City almost threw that ball away, which brings bases loaded for the senior on senior night, Josh Beaver. Looking to put some insurance up on the board for Elias Harris. The Deacons have the bases loaded here in the bottom of 6. Miller nowhere to put Beaver. He's going to have to throw the fastball across the plate. Beaver, good fastball hitter.
Coming to the plate for the Deacons, third baseman Josh Beaver.
Valley City with 6 errors on the game, matching their hit total. Eminent with his first hit of the night with the bunt single. Pitch up high to Beaver. Valley City playing in across the infield. So if they're going to turn a double play, it's going to be home to first. Miller with the pitch. Beaver, that should be enough to get the run home. Or it tags up. And Beaver's going to get some love in the dugout. That's exactly the job you needed to do. Sack fly, deep enough to score, or and give Shanley a 5-3 lead.
Right fielder Bo Meyer.
So it doesn't add it to the running.
I can't, if it does, I don't know how it does it.
He thought for a second Adam Bitts was going to make a play there at the plate, but he just fumbled the ball ever so slightly, and I still don't think he was going to be able to get Jaden Ort sprinting home on that Beaver sack fly. So Beaver puts the Deacons ahead with the RBI, 5-3. Umpire with the strike call. Meyer sets in. Miller takes the sign. And Bo pops out to the shortstop.
For Shanley in the bottom half of the 6th inning, they scored 1 run on 1 hit. There were 2 highliner errors, 2 runners left on base. We move to the top half of the 7th inning. Shanley 5, Valley City 3. Mayhus.
Make sure you put, did you turn your stuff into Jenny yet?
I haven't done it because I didn't know who.
So here the Valley City steps to the plate with their last chance against Harris. Harris looking to go the distance, starts off
She
Mayhus
said they can fill something.
with a fastball out of the zone, but Mayhus takes a swing at it anyhow. Valley City down to their last at bat, top of the 7th, down 5-3.
What's that?
Site manager.
Oh, of course.
Harris from the full windup. Misses high, 1-1.
You know, if we were smart, we would say you're pulling up my car.
Be fine by me.
Curveball down and away, 2-1 to the count to Mayhus. Leadoff hitter for Valley City in the top of the 7th, Harris. Gone the whole way so far for the Deacons. Fastball right down the middle. Evens the count up at 2-2. No action in the Shanley bullpen. If Harris has the pitches, they intend to go with him. Paints the outside corner. Umpire does not give him the outside corner. And we got a full count. Full count here to Mayhews, leading out at the top of the 7th.
That's there.
Don't let her do.
Strike 3 looking.
Left fielder Kai Kringley.
Harris with a real gutsy pitch there. He missed outside on 2-2 on a pitch that must have been just a hair outside. Went back to the same spot and got this one. This one's popped up. Oshak
Nice catch.
makes the play.
That was a nice play.
Boy, and Harris gave him a little love on that one too. And the Valley City Highlanders are now down to their last
Pitcher
at-bat.
Ethan Miller.
Top of the order, Ethan Miller looking to start something for Valley City. Eli Harris looking to finish off the complete game. Full windup. Here's the pitch. On the outside corner, strike 1. Miller digs in. Harris takes the sign. Same spot, strike 2. And what could be the final pitch of the night for Valley City and Shanley. Harris just misses outside. Smart pitch there by Harris. You nibble on that outside corner. See if you can get him chasing, trying to protect the plate. Miller right on top of the plate. Let's see if Harris chases that outside frame again. And he does. Harris just misses outside. Miller able to stay off that 1-2 pitch. Evens the count up at 2-2. Now Miller is looking all outside corner. Let's see what Harris does. Throws a curveball and he got him. Oshak's going to have to make the play to first. He does so. And good on you, Elias Harris. That's a way to finish.
In the top half of the 7th for Valley City, nothing across.
Let's just make
Your final score, Shanley 5, Valley City 3.
Elias Harris wrapping up what I'm sure is about to be an all-state season here for the senior with a complete game victory. I don't know how many it has been this year for him, but it's been a lot. Puts this team on his back, and I expect that we're going to see him potentially even in game 1 next week as the Deacons will look to resume action as the EDC starts next Tuesday
There you
night.
go. I missed it.
Weather permitting, we plan to be back here at Jack Williams. So on senior night, senior Elias Harris with the player of the game, shuts down Valley City, goes all 7.
Where are you going? I gotta get one more phone number.
And the Deacons wrap up a conference season of 10 wins and 2 losses, I'm going to say, 9-2. Again, check that Google thing and you can verify. That's it for Jack Williams. Thanks for tuning in. If you have any feedback, if it's good, let me know. If it's not, keep it to yourself. Have a good night.